Hey guys, Will here. Today I'm going to go through the process on how to replace the battery on a 2012 MacBook Air. The battery's died on this one. It won't work unless it's plugged in all the time. It also needs to be cleaned out. There's a lot of dust and dirt that's built up inside. It hasn't been serviced in a long time, so we'll be going through that process as well.
The tools and consumables you'll need are a T5 size Torx screwdriver, a P5 pentalobe screwdriver, and a can of compressed air, along with a set of rubber gloves, some paper towel and Windex. Before you get started, power down the MacBook, close the display and lay it on a soft surface, top side down. Use a P5 pentalobe driver to remove 10 screws securing the lower case. So there'll be 2 9mm screws and 8 2.6mm screws. Take note of where the longer screws came out of so you put them back in the right places. Wedge your fingers between the display and lower case and pull upward to pop the lower case off the air. Remove the lower case and set it aside.
Next up is cleaning. Using the compressed air can, spray off any dirt or debris that's built up inside the laptop and pay special attention to the fan assembly. This is where a lot of dust and dirt accumulates, so getting this as clean as possible is probably your main focus. A good way to clean the fan assembly is to spin it by hand and use the compressed air to blow out the dust that has accumulated inside of it. Also clean the fins on the rear cover, which allow air to flow into the fan and onto the logic board. It's important you get this clean, so use the compressed air to blow out any dust that's built up inside these fins. Spray some Windex on some paper towel next and wipe the inside of the rear cover. You can see the rubber stripping inside. This is what sits over the top of the battery, so make sure this is really clean before you put it back together. Now that we've finished cleaning inside, it's time to remove the battery.
Grab the clear plastic pull tab and attach to the battery connector and pull it toward the front edge of the Air to disconnect the battery from the logic board. Be careful not to lift upward on the connector as you disconnect it. Remove the following 5 screws. There'll be 3 6.3mm T5 Torx screws and 2 2.4mm T5 Torx screws. Before removing the battery, be sure not to squeeze or touch the 4 exposed lithium polymer cells. Lift the battery from its edge nearest the logic board and remove it from the upper case.
When you reinstall the battery, line the cable up with the connector. This makes it a lot easier to fit, and once it's all the way home, you can then line the battery up with its mounting holes. Now reinstall the battery mounting screws. The 3 longer screws go in the top 3 holes and the 2 shorter ones in the bottom holes.
When installing the new battery, if there is a thin plastic film on your replacement battery, do not attempt to remove it. It is glued on and protects the battery pack while it's inside the MacBook.
Reinstall the lower case using 10 screws, keeping in mind where the 2 longer screws are situated.
If you're installing a new battery, it's important to calibrate it after you've installed it. The calibration process is as follows. You start by charging it to 100% and then keep charging it for at least 2 more hours. Then unplug it and use it normally to drain the battery. When you see the low battery warning, save your work and keep your laptop on until it goes to sleep due to low battery. Wait at least 5 hours and then charge your laptop uninterrupted to 100%. And this will calibrate the battery so that you get the most life out of it moving forward.
So that's all from me. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tech videos in the future. See you in the next one.